Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and welcome back to Epona Express. Now I apologize for the giant break between last episode and this episode. There's just a lot of things have happened between then and now, and I'm going to be sure to update you guys on what has been going on and the reason why most of my weekly series have been delayed for this long. Now, the reason why is because, one, I've been sick, and that alone pretty much slows down recording because it affects my voice, and then I can't really record at all. So yeah, videos end up becoming really difficult to even put out as is. And then on top of it, I had computer issues and like my computer broke down, so I had to buy a completely new computer. And then on top of that, I was also changing rooms again. So it's just, there was a lot going on in the past month of October, so overall it was just kind of hard to get back into things, and that's why I feel like not one series has returned in October. Like, October was kind of empty with weekly uploads, and I feel really bad for that because Zelda lore, Epona Express, and hopefully what's coming soon is going to be the Majora's Mask Let's Race between Johnny and Awesome and I will be starting, and all of those will be weekly series. Some being bi-weekly like this series, and then some not like the Let's Race. But overall, I want to make sure I have a schedule for it, and hopefully within the upcoming week, you guys will see a sort of pattern going on with uploads. And I just kind of want to like make sure everything is organized with uploads, so you guys know when I'm uploading what, instead of just expecting giant breaks, because I really hate having giant breaks in between series. Is just sometimes it's hard to manage everything, but hopefully now that I'm settling in with everything, I'll be able to do so. So yeah, now let's go ahead and get into the Q&A, because yeah, it's pretty much like the main meat of the series, and then after that we'll look into the unboxings and whatnot. It's been a while, but I'm sure there's a lot of questions you guys want me to answer, so let's jump straight into that. Alright, and just like before, I'll be answering Twitter questions and just Twitter questions. Hopefully one day I'll make an episode that focuses on YouTube comments and only YouTube comments, but as of now, I'm really enjoying getting the questions for Epona Express via Twitter, so if you do have a Twitter or don't, I highly suggest making one if you want me to answer your question, and hashtagging Epona Express with the tweet, just because it's really easy and convenient for me to find your question and answer it just by searching the hashtag. So our first question comes from Tom, and it asks, when is the next hashtag Epona Express? Well, here it is. The next question comes from Gamertags, and it asks, do you think Nintendo should put The Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2 on mobile? Now, yes, I 100% think it would be awesome if Nintendo ported some of their older games onto mobile devices. I've been a fan of that. Something Square has been doing for quite a bit is just that. They've been porting like older Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest games onto Android and iOS, and I've been enjoying it so much. Like, I like that concept to play games on your phone, especially if you have like a Bluetooth controller that can be, you know, one you can carry on the go and just play and use your phone as a screen. It makes it really fun because you're still playing with the controller and not having to use a touch screen, so it just makes a lot of these games portable and really nice. I mean, granted, you can't play most of these games on the 3DS if you already have one, even like Zelda 1 and 2 if you go to the eShop, but I do think it would be cool because most people do have smartphones than 3DSs. So yes, I would actually love that. I think it'd be an awesome idea if Nintendo were to consider that. The next question comes from Kaden, and it asks, do you think you will dye your hair brown or black again? Now, as of now, no, I don't really plan on really doing that. I mean, I don't think I'd ever dye my hair a dark color again. If I'd want a dark color, I would just let it grow back out, because my hair is naturally black. For those who don't know, I just bleach it, so that's why it is blonde. So yeah, but I don't know, I don't really know how long I will be doing this hairdo, to be completely honest. I'm just enjoying it now, and I don't really think for the future. So to answer your question, I don't know, to be honest. The next question comes from Hyrule Gamer, and it asks, what is your thoughts on the Nintendo Switch? Now, if you haven't watched my video about my thoughts and opinions on the Nintendo Switch, I highly suggest checking that out. I uploaded it about 2 weeks ago, I want to say, And yeah, a lot of people disagreed with me. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and check it out. I have a video for it. But as of now, my opinions have not changed. Still excited for it. Just a little worried. If you want to know my whole opinion on it, you can easily watch the video. The next question comes from Nathan, and it asks, what's your most favorite soundtrack from the Legend of Zelda series? Now, that's a tough one when you actually think about it, and if I were to like just give you one from the top of my head, I'm not sure if that would be my final decision if you were to give me time to like actually think about it. But just to give you one from the top of my head, I would have to say honestly the intro theme to Twilight Princess, just kind of like the title screen. That, it may be really short, but it is amazing. Like, I don't know, I get so hyped up every time I listen to it. I remember when Twilight Princess HD first came out, and like before I even considered recording it, all I did was play the intro replaying on my TV and just staring at it, and like just listening to the music and seeing the game in HD was like so jaw-dropping for me. So like, I don't know, I get like pretty nostalgic just thinking of the Twilight Princess intro and the music, and then Wolf Link howling at the end. It's all so perfect and nice. So I guess out of all the soundtracks, I would have to say the title screen to Twilight Princess, but that may change because I love everything in Skyward Sword, so maybe a soundtrack in Skyward Sword is my favorite, but from the top of my head, I would say the title screen from Twilight Princess. The next question comes from Max, and it asks, do you think they should remake Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks? Honestly, no. I mean, there's really no point. You can play it on the Wii U as of now and on the 3DS, so it's playable on both of Nintendo's most recent consoles. The games aren't really lacking much. I mean, I don't really know what they can improve in it. I personally enjoyed the games for what they are, so if anything, I don't really see a point in a remake happening. But I mean, the more the merrier. If Nintendo were to make a remake, I'd be excited, of course. I'm just, you know, that's not something I'm personally wanting really badly. The next question comes from Triforce Kid, and it asks, who is the best and worst Zelda villain? Now, just like a lot of my other answers to these questions, they might vary just because I'm kind of answering from the top of my head, so I'm not really given a chance to truly think about it, because the Zelda series is massive, and yeah, all of the characters might not come up immediately to the top of my head. But if I were to just say from the top of my head, I would have to say my favorite Zelda villain would have to be Girahim, and then my least favorite would be Chancellor Cole, I guess, because, I mean, he's pretty lame, to say the least. So, yeah. The next question comes from Shigeru Miyamoto, and it asks, have you ever met me? Now, obviously this isn't the actual Shigeru Miyamoto, but funny enough, I didn't meet him per se, but I've seen him in person, and I've seen him walk by me. He had a lot of bodyguards around him during E3, and everyone's like, oh my god, it's Shigeru Miyamoto and Reggie, and they were like walking, and yeah, I couldn't really say hi to him or, you know, ask him for a photo or anything, just because he seemed pretty busy. But I've never met him, I've seen him in person, so hopefully that answers your question in some way. The next question comes from Midna, and it asks, how high are your expectations for Breath of the Wild? Now, yeah, okay, this here is a question I'm sure you guys should know the answer to already, because yeah, I am more than excited for Breath of the Wild. I've been waiting for this game for a very, very, very long time. This is like the Zelda game we've been waiting for, so my expectations are beyond the roof. I'm thinking this game will deliver more than what we expect. I am more than excited for the game. So yeah, like, my expectations are really high. I really hope Nintendo doesn't fail, and I don't see them failing with delivering on how good this game is going to be. I have high expectations and high hopes, and just overall feel really positive about this game. So yeah, I'm super excited for Breath of the Wild, and I can't really think of anything negative that I have for it, even though it's weird because I say for the Switch I'm not too excited for, but for Breath of the Wild I have no complaints, even though there are a lot of worries with Breath of the Wild, just as there is for the Switch. But the Switch is a console, and it might ruin a lot of games, and that's why I'm more worried for that than I am for Breath of the Wild, for those wondering, by the way, because yeah, I know I seem to be crucial on certain things. It's not that I'm biased towards Zelda or anything, even though it may seem like that, but no, it's just there are some things I can't help but like worry about. I mean, the Switch is definitely interesting, and I am super excited for it, but I'm just afraid it's not going to perform as well as we want it to because of how innovative it is. But I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. Anyways, to the next question. The next question comes from Sadaka, and it asks, do you think Breath of the Wild will be depressing and dark like Majora's Mask since everything is in ruins? Yes, there's a lot of like speculation on that, and I remember when I first played it at E3 and I got a feel of how open the world was, but how empty and dead it was. It felt weird. It definitely felt like this game was a Breath of the Wild that, you know, pretty much all you interacted with was the wild, and there was really no other people to interact with. I'm like, oh, the game might actually be based around that. And then Nintendo said that the reason why there were no NPCs in the demo is to avoid spoilers. Now, I kind of believe that even though it may be true, that there still won't be any NPCs on the Great Plateau, and the Great Plateau is meant to be empty. I think the Great Plateau is meant to be completely in ruins and empty and deserted, and maybe further on within the world of Hyrule, we'll find towns and citizens and a lot of people and stuff, and it would be really cool, but I feel like they want to have a portion of the game, or at least a part of the map, in ruins and give you that feel that, you know, a giant war did happen beforehand with the, you know, Calamity Ganon and all of that. And I don't know, it seems like the game is going to be very dark and, you know, empty, but I'm excited for that. I just want to see what they have to offer. I don't think Nintendo is going to make it completely empty. I mean, they have to have, you know, certain NPCs for certain side quests. Still going to be a Zelda game from what we know. I mean, it is a Zelda game, so I'm hoping it still has all of those components to it with a whole cast of, you know, interesting characters like what Zelda is known for. So yeah, I'm really hoping we do get that. It's just I'm unsure on what it might be because there's so much speculation on whether the game is going to be as barren as it may seem or not. So I have no idea, but either way I'm open for both, and I think the whole in ruin and dark setting like Majora's Mask would be a cool direction to go for, and I kind of want them to do that. But I don't really care where they go for. I just want to play the game. Like I said, I'm just excited for the game no matter what they have to offer. So yeah. The next question comes from Emerald, and it asks, what is your favorite and best Smash character? Now, my favorite character in Smash, it might be a surprise to some of you guys, because no, it is not a Legend of Zelda character. My favorite character would actually have to be Captain Falcon. I'm sure some of you guys might be able to guess that just because I play him a lot when I do tend to play Smash. Even though I don't really play Smash on the channel, if I do play Smash, I love playing as Captain Falcon just because, yeah, he is my favorite. And I mean, his move, the Falcon Kiss, is OP. Okay, it's not actually called the Falcon Kiss, but the one where he grabs you and like just tosses you away, it's so hilarious. And yeah, he's just really fun to play as and spam his down B. Just so you guys know, I suck at Smash. I don't know how to play. I play like a noob, so you know, don't, you know, take my suggestion. I mean, Captain Falcon might be a top tier character, or he might not be. He might be really bad. I don't really know. I just play Smash casually because, you know, I'm a casual gamer. Just kidding, I'm ZeldaMaster. But I suck at Smash. The next question comes from Link, and it asks, if you were trapped in an island and could pick one Zelda character and 3 Zelda items, what would they be? Now, I don't know if I answered a question similar to this before, but I feel like I definitely know which Zelda character I would pick, and that would be Midna, just because she could teleport me anywhere I want to go, and if anything, she could take anything and teleport it where she wants it to be. I mean, she could pick up bridges and take it from one area to another, so if needed, I can transfer a house over to the island and, you know, she'll teleport it for me, or I can leave the island and teleport off of it. So having Midna would kind of just ruined the question for that. But yeah, so Midna would be my choice, because then I wouldn't have to be on island anymore. And as for the 3 items, I guess the Hylian shield, the Master Sword, and I would say the Ocarina of Time. Those are the most iconic items, and it'd be so cool to actually own those actual items of Link. But I mean, that's not really possible. But I mean, yeah, if I were to pick 3 items, it'd be those iconic items, and I would have Midna as my partner. The next question comes from Steven, and it asks, do you think there will be more Zelda games for the NX? Yeah, at least I hope so. Granted, we didn't receive an actual title for the Wii U, and, you know, the only launch title we know as of now for the NX is Zelda Breath of the Wild. So we know that's coming, but we don't really know much else. So will it be like the Wii U and not receive many titles, or will it actually receive a crapload of titles like the Wii and the GameCube and whatnot? Now, granted, the Wii U does have Zelda games still on it because there are remakes and whatnot, and I guess you could consider Hyrule Warriors because it is a spin-off of a Zelda game, but in general, we didn't really receive much, and I do think since we didn't receive a lot of home console Zelda games on the Wii U, that Nintendo will hopefully deliver with the NX, or I guess the Nintendo Switch, because I just remembered that that's the name of it, and some of your questions might have been asked before the reveal of the Nintendo Switch. I can't even tell if that one was before or after, but in general, all I'm trying to say is I hope so, and I do believe that Nintendo will hopefully add another title to the Nintendo Switch, but who knows? I mean, I really don't know what Nintendo is going to do. I hope so, at least. I'm trying to be optimistic on that actually happening. The next question comes from Gamertags, and it is Wind Waker or Skyward Sword? Very simple, just 2 options. Okay, I would have to say this is a tough one because I like both of them, but Wind Waker. I would have to side with Wind Waker. Not by much, though. Like, Wind Waker would only beat Skyward Sword just because I prefer it gameplay-wise, and there's a lot of charm to it, even though I like Skyward Sword's story the most out of any other Zelda game, and it has, like, the best music. It's the gameplay that really ruins Skyward Sword for me, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, another person complaining about motion controls. It's not even the motion controls, it's just overall Skyward Sword was a really repetitive game. Even when you look at the temples and revisiting all the provinces, the game was lacking, and in gameplay, that is, not in story. I enjoyed the story so much that, yeah, Skyward Sword's an amazing game for its really impactful story, but yeah, I just feel like the gameplay is lacking. Not just in motion controls, that is, you know. And plus, with the boss being the imprisoned 3 times, like, and Girahim also being a boss, like, even though I enjoyed battling Girahim again, you have to think about it. Skyward Sword had a lot of things rehashed and reused, even down to the temples. So it's just, I feel like a lot of people keep saying, oh, people really dislike Skyward Sword because of its motion controls, but it's like, there's more to it to not like, but I still like the game. See, even though I hated so much on it right now, or it seemed like I did, it's still one of my favorite games ever, so yeah, and it's just me being crucial because it is a Zelda game. I guess maybe I have higher expectations with Zelda games, but it's still a really, really good game. And yeah, Wind Waker would have to beat it though because of, you know, the reasons mentioned. The next question comes from Yuga, and it asks, would you like to see the return of Vaddie or any other villains in a 3D Zelda game? Yeah, that would be really, really cool to see them. I thought Hyrule Warriors would have been awesome to implement some of the Minish Cap characters, even like Eslo Link, or like, you know, a version of Toon Link where he uses his Minish hat as an item. I thought they were gonna do something like that. It's weird how Link's Awakening got treatment and, you know, recognition and was featured in the game, but Minish Cap wasn't, when it had a lot of more unique things, including Vaddie. Vaddie is such a cool character, and I really hope he does reappear in another game. Granted, he was in 2 Zelda games, one being The Adventures, Four Swords Adventures, and then I believe he was actually in Four Swords as well, but my point is, he was a very interesting character in the Minish Cap at least, and I would love to see him in another Zelda game, them being 3D Zelda games, of course. But I have no idea how he'd fit in. Maybe it'd be like a continuation after, the timeline within the Young Link, the Child Link timeline or something. I'm not really sure how he'd reappear, but I would like to see it, to say the least. The next question comes from Emily, and it asks, do you work out a lot? No, not really, but as of recently, I have been going to the gym daily, so I've started working out again. My issue is I can just never keep a consistent schedule going every single day. So, to answer this, no, but I'm working on it. The next question comes from Uncle Tingle, and it asks, who is making your channel arts and the outro of your videos? Now, most of my channel art is created by Perdemonium. He's the artist who created my logo, my icons, my avatars, all of that. But as for the channel banner and the outro picture, which are both the exact same image, that was actually made by someone else. I believe on DeviantArt she goes by Sage of Wind. She created my channel banner for 2015 as well, and yeah, I've been using the channel banner as an outro picture. I just kind of animated it with a bunch of cool light overlays and animated waterfall and whatnot. But that was all done by me through Vegas and editing and whatnot. So it's not actually an animation, it's more so an image I commissioned from someone, and then I kind of, transformed it into this little animation of sorts. It doesn't even look like an animation, it just has a lot of lights and a waterfall if you watch my outro, which I do like a lot. And, shout out to both Perdemonium and Sage of Wind for creating the awesome artwork I do have. So, those are the people who created it. I personally can't really draw. I used to draw as a kid. It's just, I can sketch. I feel like I can sketch decently. It's just I'm really bad when it comes to drawing digitally or like transferring my sketches onto digital. It just becomes really difficult and I suck at it. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. The next question comes from FALB, and it asks, does your mom still play Zelda games? To be completely honest with you, I don't really know. I know she plays games like Dark Souls and Elder Scrolls all the time, but I don't think she's as into Zelda as she was, when I was younger. And for those who don't know why I'm being asked this, because it might seem pretty random, but when I was really young, and I mentioned this story several times on the channel, I would watch my mom play Zelda, and that's kind of how I got into it. I was really young at the time, and I was like terrified from the redeads, so like seeing her play it would freak me out, but at the same time, the series looked so interesting, and as I grew older, I started playing it and getting into it, and I want to say that's kind of what opened my eyes to the Zelda series and made me such a big fan from a young age. But yeah, I don't really know if she plays it, to answer your question, but funny enough, my mom actually makes YouTube videos. Yes, believe it or not, my mom does Let's Plays. So yeah, that might seem really weird, and she has been doing it for quite a while, but I never went out of my way to like shout her out just because it seemed weird at the time. But honestly, I don't really care. If you guys want to check her out, go ahead and do. She never really took it too seriously or anything. It was just kind of like a hobby she did because I would do it, and she thought it was pretty cool, and she plays games. So if you do want to check her out, check out Loki Shams. That's my mom's gaming channel and pretty much her only channel. So if you want to see my mom play games and Let's Play, then you can do that. Just go ahead and search it. So yeah. The next question comes from Siddig, and it asks, will you start a gaming channel or play other games on your channel? Yeah, hopefully in the future we will play new games on the channel. I've been mentioning I want to play games like Okami or Ico or Shadow of the Colossus, games similar to Zelda but aren't The Legend of Zelda. I definitely want to like bring to the channel and just play because I enjoy those games a lot. So yeah, hopefully I will in the future. But for those who do think I only want to focus on Zelda, that's not the case per se. I know I'm ZeldaMaster and pretty much all I've done is Zelda, and that's just because it's a passion. I really enjoy making Zelda content. Whatever it is, Let's Plays, Top 10s, anything, I enjoy making them, and that's why I want to focus on Zelda no matter what, to be like the main content or like the meat of the channel. And if I were to do other types of content, I would not shift it. And as for like making a separate channel, I don't see a point in that. I don't want to separate my content into 2 different channels. I feel like it would just make sense to all go on one. Because no matter what, I am ZeldaMaster. It doesn't matter if I don't upload Zelda related content on the channel. It's still me uploading it, and that's how I see it. That's how I see channels. I never liked the idea of like splitting an audience into 2 and having them favor one over the other. I mean, if anything, you can kind of like, you know, pick whether or not you want to watch it from your sub box. If like this is the video you're into, if this is a series you're into. And I feel like that's pretty much what happens with a lot of my series. Is like some series get more views than others. It's because certain people want to watch something specific and don't want to watch the other. And that's kind of how I see it with running a channel as well. I wouldn't want to separate it at all. So just to answer the question, to summarize all of this, yes, I do plan on doing more content of non-related Zelda game things. It won't be on a second channel, it will be on this one, and hopefully we'll see in the future. And the last question for this episode, just to make it short, because I do have 2 loot crate that I need to unbox just because this video is a month late, so I'm gonna have 2 months worth of loot crate to check out. So yeah, just to get on with that, and my voice is slowly dying out, I'm just gonna answer this last question. It's going to be from Lincolnstein, and it asks, do you think it would be cool if Ganondorf were working together to take down the final boss or the villain? Yes, I would love that. A game that did that, I believe, was it was a Super Mario game that came out recently, I believe, that had that. I want to say Bowser's Inside Story or something, I don't remember, but I thought the concept was really unique to have Bowser and Mario team up, and I would like to see Ganon and Link team up. I think that'd be really cool to see, you know, good and bad come together for something. I feel like Sonic has always done that, and I always liked the whole dynamic between Eggman and Sonic. Yeah, they're rivals, but when, you know, things get crazy bad, they have to, like, you know, put their work together and try to stop whatever it is. And it's usually some stupid creation Eggman made. But I'm not talking about Sonic, I'm talking about Zelda. Yes, I would love that. So hopefully that does happen. That'd be a cool curveball. It'd be nice to have Ganon on our team for something. It'd be nice to know that there's something so powerful that Ganon would have to team up with Link. Like, that's something he would never do. So having that in a game would be crazy, and it would be a huge plot twist, so I would love that for sure. Okay, so now on to the unboxing part. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and open up 2 loot anime, you know, X Crunchyroll, whatever, and we're gonna check out what's inside of them, because yeah, I'm still receiving these, and I'm gonna open them for as long as I receive them, because I'm assuming Loot Crate, you know, it wants me to make these videos of sorts, even though I haven't been saying the most positive things about these boxes, and I don't really suggest you guys going out of your way to pay for these boxes. I mean, like, paying about $20 some for this, I mean, I guess it's preference. You guys might like the content inside this box. We're going to see right now. It looks interesting. I mean, it looks like food. So the first thing we have is like a little, I don't know what this is, a mochi. I don't know. I don't really know much about this, but this is a food loot anime box. I like opening these because it's just random crap that I would have never even considered buying or seeing in my life. So just having a box filled of it is cool, but at the same time, it's like, it's not worth the money if it's a box of random crap. But like I said, that's preference. That's what I think. If you guys are subscribed to any of these, let me know which is the best monthly subscription box and why. So yeah, and if you like loot anime, am I missing something? Maybe because I don't watch a lot of anime, I am missing out. But yeah, okay, so there's this. I'm just gonna throw it. It wasn't really that special. We got a Naruto Shippuden cup, or a bowl. I can't even, oh, I'm so dumb. Like a ramen bowl thing, I guess. And you can see, oh no, you can see eggs and stuff. It's like meant for some sort of soup and the meat, and yeah, it looks good. It looks really cool, really small. If I ever need to eat something in my room, I'll use it. So yeah, that's nice. Here we got a little house thing. What? I love cola. Okay. So let's just go ahead and see what this is all about. I'm just gonna rip it open. I don't care for the box. There we go. And we have a little toy of some anime girl that's like really happy. I don't know what anime this is. I don't know what it's for, but it comes with a stand. Really? Wow, you can make it stand. I want to quickly just show this off before I like toss it aside. I don't think I'm ever gonna use this or decorate my room with it, but hey, I mean, I got this. If my camera wants to focus on it. No? Maybe if I like try to, oh, there we go. Oh, you can see it. Nice. Good thing I had autofocus on, because yeah, I would not be able to show that like that. I'd have to manually do it. Okay, next up we have, for costume use only, a food battle. I want to say an apron. I mean, it's for a food battle, so what else would it be, right? It is, and yeah, it is an apron. Oh, cool. Check it out. This is huge. Oh, it's meant for me. It's large. I'm assuming, yeah, it's meant to be large for my size, because that's what I wear. I wear large. Does it say large? I don't know. I don't even know if they took my size when signing up. I didn't even sign up. I just realized because these are like promotional boxes, so I didn't need to sign up. So I don't even know if they know my size, like from Loot Crate, like if they're sending it properly. But here we got a little spoon and ice cream keychain. I don't really need to have that focus onto it. Then we got a little manga of sorts. Gonna toss that aside. Also, more what is it, a poster? I'm assuming this is a poster. Yeah, of some, you know, anime girl eating a lot of food. Cool. And that's pretty much it. So I'm like, I feel like I'm just so enthusiastic and hyped with these boxes, and I'm just overselling them to you guys. Like, wasn't that box amazing? Now are you guys ready for another one? Okay, let's just open this one up. I'm just gonna open them back to back. Oh yeah, we're not stopping here, guys. We're just gonna check it out. Oh, this one looks sick. Wait, this one's actually cool. Okay, wait, let me show you guys the money shot. There you go. I dropped the shirt so you guys can see the rest of it. I'm liking it. We got freaking bleach. I don't know what this is, but let's check it out. Oh, it's a Ichigo watch. I believe his name is Ichigo, right? This is this? Oh no, it does say Ichigo. Okay, I'm stupid. It said his name. So yeah, I never seen Bleach. I just know it's a really long series and it's loved by many. And you know, I might consider watching it someday if I go into the hyperbolic time chamber and have years upon years to watch people without wasting time. Because I mean, anime, like, it's time consuming. That's why I don't really watch many shows. I get so many people who recommend tons of different shows, from actual shows to anime, but it's just like, yeah, I never really get the chance to like sit down and watch them. But this is a really sick watch. As you can see both of his faces. I'm assuming he has like two forms within the anime itself. It's not really focusing, but I think you guys get the point. It is really cool. And here's a Tokyo Ghoul thing, something I've been wanting to watch for a while. I've seen the first couple episodes of it, and I'm liking this. So this actually might be cool. What is it? Okay, so it's two little keychain holders, and then the keychains themselves are these really big ones, as you can see, of the main character and then the chick who works at the cafeteria, I believe. I mean, they're both ghouls or whatever. I'm not gonna say any more though, because that will spoil it. You can already tell that they're ghouls by the keychain. All right, so my camera stopped recording. I don't know when it did, but I do have this. I was gonna show this off, a little keychain that comes from Loot Crate as well. You can't really see it. My autofocus is not working that well, but whatever. Oh, this is the poster. It came with it, and already looking at it, it looks like it's gonna be a really sick poster. I don't know what this is from. It reminds me of an anime, because it maybe is an anime. Whoa, this looks really sick. As you can see, it's like this weird battle between this chick in a mask and some dragon. I don't know the anime, and I'm sure I look stupid to those who know what the anime is, but I don't care. Okay, last thing is this manga. Oh, yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. I don't even know. She's like a spider person, so never mind. Not as appealing as I thought. But I mean, cool. I got a manga. It has a lot of illustrations and stuff, and this is how the box looks on the inside. Pretty cool. It's kind of like a beat-up city of sorts, but there we go. And the last thing that I forgot to show off, actually, was the shirt. You know, I might actually wear this shirt. This is like the only cool-looking one that I've received so far. I don't know what this is about, though. It might say it right here. Yeah, it does. Twin Star Exorcists. Okay, that's what it is. I've heard of Blue Exorcist. I don't think they relate, but yeah, thanks Loot Crate for the boxes. I actually did like that box, the one with the Tokyo Ghoul and the shirt, and no, the plate was in the other box. Either way, collectively, I got a couple cool stuff that I might use, but it's just, you know, if I were to like spend money on this, I would just put the money that I would put towards one box on one thing that I would actually want to buy from this. So it just depends. If you like small trinkets and little things that you can collect, then this is a perfect subscription thing for you, because every month you're gonna get a bunch of meaningless crap. If you don't like meaningless crap like I do and just want to purchase things you want, like specifically, then maybe Loot Crate isn't for you. It really depends. You know, if you're a picky person, then you might not like Loot Crate, and I think that's my issue. I'm just very picky on what I buy. So yeah, anyways, that does it for this episode of Epona Express. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, I guess it's worth mentioning that this series is bi-weekly, so the next episode won't be next week, but will be the week after. So make sure to ask me questions, send in your fan art, send in everything with the hashtag Epona Express if you want to be featured in the next video. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!